We're forecast sponsored by ENT and Allergy Associates. Trusted care across generations for ear, nose, throat, and mouth.
Hello historians, welcome back. We're documenting history for future generations.
66 headed to 84. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg at New York's weather station 1010 Winds and 92.3 FM.
We'll talk about having 9 lives. A cat was rescued from the tracks near the Lindenhurst station on the Long Island Railroad.
A train engineer that was traveling eastbound from Penn Station spotted an orange cat, now known as Garfield, in between track 1 and 2. He thought the cat was deceased at first, but he spotted the same cat again, but this time the cat moved its head, which confirmed to him that the cat was indeed still alive.
That is John DeBacker of Long Island Cat and Kitten Solutions. He tells 1010 Winds he got the call for help, and along with MTA police, he used a net to scoop the orange tabby up.
I asked the MTA cop to go in front of the cat to distract him so the cat would look at them and not me, while I went from behind the cat to sneak up on him and drop the net right on him. I was really afraid of the cat running. I didn't know the extent of the injuries at the time.
The kitty, named Garfield because he looks like Garfield, was in bad shape.
He has some pretty severe injuries, including a broken nose, a broken leg, a broken front leg, and both hip bones were broken. So he was either hit by a train or clipped by a train. We're not really sure how he ended up there.
Well, he's now with South Shore Feral Care. He's doing better. Already, folks have lined up to give him a forever home.
The cat got a lot of adoption inquiries already because the cat went pretty viral. So that's a good thing. He'll once he's medically clear, he'll get a home pretty quickly.
The medical bill is at least 10 grand. If you'd like to help, you can donate at southshoreferalcare.org. eBay is rolling out a big change. Starting May 13th, you will no longer be able to cancel a sale after you place the winning bid in an auction. They say this is to protect sellers from people who suddenly change their mind. You can request a cancellation, but it'll be up to the seller to say yay or nay. In addition, once the auction ends, if that buyer leaves a bad review because they tried to cancel, sellers can request to have it taken down. New safety measures being rolled out by a global gaming phenomenon.
Roblox Kids will be for 5 to 8-year-olds. Roblox Select for kids ages 9 to 15. Eliza Jacobs, the platform's vice president for safety product policy, says each will be visually distinct.
So it'll be really easy for parents to see that their kids are playing in a kid's account. They will not have access to chat by default if they're under 9 years old. And there will be a more limited catalog of content that's gone through this 3-step verification process.
Last fall, Roblox introduced a new age verification feature using facial recognition technology. These new accounts for children come amid lawsuits alleging Roblox doesn't do enough to protect them against online predators. Marla Diamond, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
New York City with free help for co-ops and condos in the Bronx to comply with Climate Law 97. Joe Chavez is with the Mayor's Office of Climate and Environmental Justice.
Is a program that helps building owners with decarbonization efforts. Everything from identifying what type of project you do in your building to who do you find to do the work, how do you pay for it.
He tells 1010 Winds they have redesigned an online portal as part of the NYC Accelerator program.
We are relaunching it with some new tools, some enhancements, a digital tool platform called Momentum, where you can bid out your projects through the tool, review quotes from contractors, and with the click of a button, you're ready to go.
And he says building owners can keep coming back as needed.
This program will help them understand their compliance and what specific projects they will have to do and when to come into compliance through the various compliance periods all the way to 2050.
Access the portal at accelerator.nyc. A new report from a conservation group has dire news about the rivers in this country.
In its 41st annual report,
I would describe the state of America's rivers as stressed.
Heather Taylor Measley, Senior Vice President of American Rivers.
Like so many things that are happening in our world, our rivers are seeing a huge incline in development. They're seeing fewer protections, and our communities and our ecosystems are suffering as a result.
America's most endangered river, the Potomac, which runs past the nation's capital. Massive new data centers are sucking it dry, while massive sewage spills threaten what drinking water's left.
That's correspondent Vicki Barker. One river in our area was on the list. Long Island's Nisququag River came in as the 7th most endangered. Now this message, Riverside Memorial Chapel for generations.
If you're wondering about this video and you just landed on here, my name is Freddie, and my mission is to record history for future generations. That's it. Every day I drive to work and I listen to the news. The only difference is I record it, I record the snippet, and I upload it as I drive from Paterson, New Jersey in the Northeast to Garfield, New Jersey in the Northeast of the USA. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this, now you know. We're just documenting history. That's it. Oh, that was a commercial. I thought that was the news started already. Well, we're getting ready for the 7:20 headlines. They do a headline every 20 minutes, 20, 40, and on the hour. So it will be 7 o'clock, actually 7:10, every 10 minutes.
When it turns into a crawl, we will get you where you need to go.
Here we go, 7:20 headlines.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 66 degrees already at 7:20 on this Tuesday, April 14th. I'm Susan Richard. Here's what's happening. Ready for summer? Because we've got it this week. 84 degrees today, and we'll check in with AccuWeather. There has been a fatal fire in Crown Heights. President Trump takes down that post that the vast majority of people thought was him as Jesus.
I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor.
At the same time, he's refusing to apologize to the Pope. Some local lawmakers looking to up our party game in the city during the FIFA World Cup. Our Glenn Schuck with that story. A new look at Spider-Man Brand New Day, teasing some brand new storylines about Peter Parker. In sports, Yankees won, Mets lost their 6th in a row, Rangers also lost. 7:21, let's head back to Karen Stewart and get you where you need to go.
New Jersey, very messy on 80, both ways, but eastbound near 57C in Paterson, we've got an accident blocking the right and 2 center lanes. It is a disaster on the eastbound side of 80 to Patterson. Your alternate here is going to be Route 46, and again, we've got rubbernecking westbound, lots of calls into the 1010 Winds traffic tip line about that one. Route 3 eastbound is very heavily delayed from the Garden State Parkway out into Passaic Ave in Clifton, where the eastbound right lane and ramp to Passaic Avenue remains closed due to yesterday's tractor-trailer accident. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Holland, 45 from the Skyway, 30 minutes from the Newark Bay Extension, 40 in Lincoln, and 40 inbound to the GW Bridge. If you're traveling the east side, northbound, FDR Drive, still delayed from the 30s to 96th Street due to an accident involving an overturned vehicle, still blocking the right lane. We've got hefty delays on the southbound side, too. Nothing like the northbound side, though. First Avenue is what's going to make you a very nice alternate there. Responsive by Morgan & Morgan. Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a...
All right, this is Route 20. I was listening to the police radio in the morning, and I did hear the call to that accident on Route 80 with an entrapment.
Here's a good one for today.
There's $3.99 for gas regular and $4.09 for credit regular.
It may not be officially hot in the city. It's certainly going to feel like it, though, considering how, just a week ago, we were struggling to get out of the 50s. But it's made up its mind to be hot over the next few days, or very warm for certain. Temperatures today will get into the mid-80s. That's not a record, but this heat bump that's developing over Florida is really going to send temperatures through the roof in the coming days. We're going to be well up into the 80s tomorrow and probably mid-80s on Thursday, and at least 80 plus on Friday before there's any relief from this warm weather pattern coming this week.
You see this traffic right here on the right side. That's the effect of that accident.
Minutes on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Fire claims the lives of 2 people in Crown Heights. It broke out in a 3rd-floor apartment just after 11 last night at 446 Kingston Avenue. An 80-year-old woman and a 59-year-old man were rushed to Kings County Hospital but did not make it. One firefighter was treated for smoke inhalation. No word on the cause, but there is word clutter in that apartment may have fueled the blaze. Kaori Patterson Moore has been laid to rest. She was the 7-month-old killed by a stray bullet in what police believe was gang gunfire in Brooklyn.
White and pink flowers surround the tiny coffin, and mourners are wearing the same colors. Some have T-shirts with Kaori's picture on them. Tanya Moranta lived in the family's building.
She's beautiful. She's a doll. She's a star. And she should be here, standing here right with us right now.
The baby in her stroller and her 2-year-old brother were struck by bullets intended for someone else. Her brother survived. Kaori's family said she was just starting to take her first steps and say her first word, Mama. Marla Diamond, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn.
New info in the fatal shooting over the weekend at a Chick-fil-A in Union, New Jersey. The victim's been identified as a New York City man, 23-year-old Malik Shepard. 6 others were treated for non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. Still no word on a motive here. A $10,000 reward is being offered in this case. A Freeport couple facing assault charges for allegedly starving and burning their 3-year-old daughter with scalding water. Prosecutors say when the child was brought to the hospital in June of last year, she also had open cuts, bruises, and scars consistent with child abuse. 27-year-old Hanche Lovdesius and 28-year-old Evanson Francois both ordered held after pleading not guilty. The toddler is in foster care. A Nassau County school back open for class.
It's been completely restored. It's back. It smells like a new car.
Principal John Barnes of Westside Elementary School says he loves seeing the children smile in the hallways once again. After 4 weeks, they were forced to go to other schools in the district because fire destroyed the library part of the school.
Book drives being run to replace books in the library.
Although the areas with smoke and water damage were repaired and 2,000 books donated, it will take another year or so for the library to be rebuilt. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3.
Over here, regular cash $3.95, regular credit $4.01, Supreme cash $4.95, Supreme credit $5.01.
OpenAI's artificial intelligence across the company to accelerate the development of medicines. Novo is trying to regain its share of the market for obesity drugs after losing ground to rival Eli Lilly. Financial terms of the deal were not disclosed. Turning to the markets, traders are optimistic about another round of peace talks between the U.S. and Iran, both sides weighing negotiations to extend the 2-week ceasefire. S&P futures holding on to small gains this morning, rising 12 points. However, Dow futures are little changed. I'm Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
1010 Wins.
When I need it, it's there.
They cover everything.
I like the way they present it.
1010 Wins.
At 92.3 FM.
You know the door person who always greets you with a smile, or the porter you call.
Well, we're stuck here in traffic, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we'll see you on the next Documenting History.